Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Elemental Origins. My name is Starr. Today I'm going to enter into the space with some sandalwood incense. And I've had quite the time trying to get this reading out for you all. Today's reading is episode 3 of the Chakra series, and we are looking at the solar plexus chakra, or in Sanskrit the MANIPURA chakra. Mani meaning shining jewel, Pura meaning city. And this chakra is very much connected to the element of fire. It is yellow in its coloring of understanding, and its mantra is Ram. So if you do not know what the chakras are, they are spinning vortexes of energy that run through the center of the body. We have 7 main chakras, and they are connected to our major organs in our body, and also aligns you with aspects of self and soul that you might be wanting to put into alignment as well. And I was getting a real strong message for those that already work with the chakras, know these chakras well. You showing up, you're gaining an added extra bonus because you are allowing for yourself to show dedication. You are aligning your energy with that of prosperity and wealth is what I want to share. So thank you for, showing up and being here because you're showing dedication to self. But the solar plexus chakra is located in the tummy or stomach area. So you might just want to hold this space as you receive this reading today. I'm very intrigued as to what's going to step forward because there was so many energies that did not want me to be setting up for you all today. I've had everything kind of go wrong behind the scenes, inverted commas wrong, and I found that very, very interesting. And I've brought in a lot of crystals into the mix today. I've brought in the Shiva stone, I've brought in some Lemurian quartz, I've brought in a black obsidian witch's hat that I cracked a long time ago. I brought in a warlock's hat that is made out of tiger's eye. I've got some more tiger's eye. I've got a sodalite shell. I've got some lapis lazuli, moon and stars. I've got an opalite to be drawing in abundance through the solar plexus understanding. I've brought in some smoky quartz, some citrine, some marsigite, some labradorite. I've brought in some petrified wood, some clear quartz, and finally some red jasper as well. And I'm being told to ring the singing bowl as well 3 times to enter into the space. And I'm going to run through some aspects if the solar plexus chakra is unbalanced, what you might be experiencing in your plane of existence right now. So you might be feeling really low of energy, you might be lacking ambition, you might have a strong sense of fear of rejection, and you might be fluctuating in your weight a lot as well. They are signs that your solar plexus chakra is unbalanced. And when imbalanced, you feel joyful, you feel aligned with your purpose or your dharma. You also have a strong sense of self and respect. And I always see the solar plexus chakra as a I am space. So the positive self-image and also your expression as well. So take a minute to center yourself within this energy. I'm going to put in a lot of Reiki energy into the space so that you can perhaps feel into the solar plexus chakra a little bit deeper in your expression. I'm going to pull some oracle to see what the solar plexus chakra wishes to share with us today, and also some tarot as well. But yeah, I have a feeling that this is going to be quite the reading, everyone. The last 2 readings have been quite emotional actually, which I wasn't expecting at all. But I'm going to pull some cards from the Sacred Spirit Oracle first to see what the solar plexus chakra wishes to share today. Align your universe, navigate distractions. Illuminate the shadow, focus on the solution. Illuminate the shadow, focus on the solution. And it's been all about big cats this week for myself in my personal spaces and in other spaces that I commune in. So you've got number 1 and number 21 on there. I'm going to take any more, not any more from there. I'm going to also pull from the Witch's Wisdom Oracle deck as well. What does the solar plexus chakra wish to share today? Wow. Lord God and masculine, and that was in reverse. I feel like there is some tricky energy in today's reading, everyone. A star and incubation. So we're going to see what the solar plexus chakra wishes to share, but I have a feeling that this might be quite a strange reading for some, so please do only take what resonates. And leave the rest. And I was getting this notion of, if you come to a reading and you hear something and it really makes you feel not good, don't take that message. There's a strong difference between hearing a reading and it triggering you, as opposed to hearing something in a reading and that completely rocking you off your axis. That's not supposed to happen. And, you know, if you are gaining information from a source of sorts, where the information is making you feel incredibly unstable, I would suggest perhaps, you know, stopping gaining information from that source is what I want to share. And I don't know why that's coming through, but someone needs to hear it today. So that's confirmation for you. But what I'm getting from the solar plexus that they wish to share with us today is that it's okay to be leading from a space of creation, and creation in its ultimate sense of universal energy. And I think some have been getting stuck in their expression, in their I am space, because they are trying to move through their mental mind. So some of you are trying to move into the world through your spaces with your mental mind, rather than this idea of universal connection and creativity from that space. And for some of you, you're in this cocoon phase right now. In the Northern Hemisphere, we are coming into, you know, autumn, we're coming into Mabon, and it's a time to be turning within and understanding self at a deeper capacity. So to those that are just coming into the cocoon, allow for the solar plexus chakra to lead you in your space. We are in shadow season, so illuminate the shadow here. We have the 2 eclipse moons coming up, and that's a time to really be focusing in on how you can integrate your shadow, which is all the aspects of self that you might feel shame about, that you might feel, I keep wanting to say sinful. This idea of being sinful and shadow is coming through really strongly this year. So it might be connecting to being sinful. I went to Catholic schooling even though I wasn't Catholic, so, you know, that definitely had an imprint on me somewhere, and in ways that, you know, I'm still finding to be quite challenging in some spaces actually. So this idea of, you know, the subconscious program is true and it's real. So that's also another expression stepping forward. And I knew that today's reading was going to be something else, everyone, so apologies. Solar plexus has a lot to share, and I have always seen the solar plexus chakra as the forward facing self, and I think some of you are very much being pushed into a space of aligning with that which is going to be for your highest good. And I dare say that the solar plexus is going to offer some expression of what is actually good for you right now. So I'm going to ask that. I'm being called to ask that. What is good for you right now? The solar plexus wants to share. What is good for you? Wow. Visualization and petunia. So some of you might want to work with visualization. Visualization is an amazing way to manifest, is what I think to be probably the most powerful way to manifest foremost, is to visualize yourself in the spaces that you want to create or the spaces that you want to have in your life. This is very much a reading of you can have whatever you want, you just have to believe it so. And I now realize why, you know, there was energies out there that did not want me to get this reading out, because it's the truth. And there are many, many, many energies out there that do not want this information out, because this means that you do not need their system any longer. And, you know, please only take what resonates, but I think that you understand what I'm putting down, most of you. To some out there, this is an incredibly expansive message and you understand that expression as well. But you don't have to live by the system anymore. Motivation, 4 o'clock. And for some, the solar plexus chakra is saying that they work best with a schedule, and this can be a loose schedule. This is for those that, you know, might be neurodivergent on the spectrum somewhere, and, you know, you might be feeling like to be too structured is too much for yourself, but to set a loose structure does help for you to be in flow. And the solar plexus is saying that they've been crying out for this expression with some. Emotions and evening stock. The solar plexus chakra is saying that a lot of emotion gets stuck in them. So we move from the root chakra through the sacral, if we are aligning, you know, the entirety of our chakras. And when we are aligning our chakras, that means that we are in full, complete, full capacity mode to be living our life in a healthy and balanced way. But we've moved through the root, we've gone through a sacral chakra reading as well, and now we're in the solar plexus. And the solar plexus is saying that sometimes a lot of energy gets stuck with them because we don't take it any further because of fear. So we are grounding ourselves in, we might have these creative ideas, and then when it comes to pushing these ideas out into, you know, the world, out into your spaces, it gets stuck in the solar plexus. So the solar plexus chakra is highlighting that to you today, so that you can work with them at a deeper capacity, so that you can feel more confident in your spaces, in yourself, to be able to put that creative energy to good use. And for some, this incubation season within shadow season is going to be exactly what you need to push forward and turn this masculine energy into something that you use moving forward. For some, you've been gaining understanding of the divine feminine energy, which is calling in a receptive notion, and you've been having to sit in this energy, but you are now calling in a bit of the masculine energy to help push forward in your spaces. And please only take what resonates. Some of you are definitely just in cocoon season right now, and the confirmation of that is the back to those transformation and angel's trumpet. Yeah, some of you are you're transforming at a rapid rate, so you're going to have to go easy. Achievement and Chago, and I'm seeing that as a panther. It's been big cats all week, and that hasn't stopped, and I've had some very strange interactions with cats this week. So please do let me know if that's aligning with you in your life, because it's been a very peculiar week where I've been sat this week, so there's that expression too. The solar plexus is saying that you have to look at shadow to be able to work with them at a deeper capacity. So what is being brought up to you right now in your spaces, everyone? And this is a timeless reading. And whenever you find this reading is when you should be looking at your shadow self, whether it's shadow season or not. And, it's completely aligned for those that are in real time, but you might be receiving this, in years to come, in months to come time. However you receive this, whenever and however you receive this reading is when you need to be looking at shadow self. And specifically aligning with Mother Moon as well. So look at the next moon that is going to be coming up for you. This might be those that are in a future space. What's the next moon for you, and how can you cultivate a stronger sense of connection with the solar plexus? How might you want to be working with the solar plexus? I regard all altars with respect. This card loves coming out. Some of you might want to start worshipping the sun over the moon. That was definitely something that I've been doing over the past year, specifically about 8 to 12 months. So an entirety of a year I was working with. The time doesn't exist anymore in my realm, so that's interesting. So I switched from working from Mother Moon to the sun, so that might be something that you want to do to help you connect into the solar plexus as well. I relate in peace, and some of you are not divinating, and this is making you feel stagnant. For some, you've stopped practicing. This might be meditation. This might be, practicing in your understandings of alchemy, whatever that means to you. Insert, ways to divinate there. But you've stopped divinating, and it's making you feel stagnant. The solar plexus is saying that they want you to come back to your practices, however that looks for you. I offer words of good intent, and the solar plexus works on positive motivation. Positive affirmations to yourself, to the solar plexus, is really going to help you feel balanced and aligned. I honor virtue, and honesty is also connected to the solar plexus, and having integrity. So where can you be more honest in your spaces? Where can you be more vocal about what you want and what you need? The solar plexus is very much about what are your heart's desires, and bring that into the tummy. I am forgiving, and some of you might need to really forgive yourself in order to be able to step forward in your spaces right now. It feels like there is a strong correlation between the heart and the solar plexus right now. So you might be working a lot with the heart chakra, and if you have, this is a confirmation to tell you now to bring all of that energy down into the solar plexus. And that might seem a strange expression to share, but it's not, because you're going to take the power from the heart and bring it down to the I am space, and then radiate it from the solar plexus. Some of you have been terrified to open up your heart, but I'm hearing if you send that energy down to the solar plexus and then radiate it out, you might be wanting to work with the with triangles, or calling in the angels for that expression. Make sure that you are putting yourself in bubbles of protection as well in order to feel safe. You can imagine yourself encased in an orb of bright white yellow light, and you can chant Ram in that space in the morning to help you feel connected to the solar plexus at a deeper capacity, and allow for you to feel safe moving through your spaces throughout the day. For some of you, you really need to really connect in with the solar plexus. It's almost like this is a space where you reside, and I'm going to say that's to all fire signs. All fire signs, you really, really, really need to be working with the solar plexus. And amazing. I didn't even notice that, but this idea of putting yourself in a bubble like this, and perhaps those are going into eclipse season with a lot of shadow work to do. bringing in the solar plexus is going to help you feel more stable and grounded in your space as well. But I'm going to pull some tarot. I feel like this reading's a little bit all over the place, and apologies in that, everyone. I knew it was going to be, I felt like it was going to be a doozy. And also that's a connection to the solar plexus too. They're wanting to share that if you feel unsafe, or you feel like something is going to constantly happen that, is going to put you out of alignment, or you're fearing being out of alignment, or you're fearing being rejected, or you're afraid to reject others, that's connecting to the solar plexus. So please make sure you are aligning your solar plexus chakra, because that's going to make you feel more stable. We've got the Knight of Cups. Sharing your gifts with the world makes some of you the most amount of happy. And the more that you don't share your gifts and understandings with the world, the more unhappy you're going to become. And this is a definite massively calling out some in the collective, and apologies, but it's because the solar plexus knows what's best for you. The Emperor. And it's almost like judgment's being called down right now upon you, because it's time for you to truly just rise and be who you were always supposed to be. And this is about being in balance with those around you, and not juggling too much, but also allowing for yourself to see the spaces which you deserve to feel abundant and happy right now and not later. How can you create those spaces of abundance for self? And for some, this is very much about yourself. Wow, the High Priestess. You've been searching for answers outside of self, and now it's time to turn very much within and to continue to trust yourself above all else. Page of Swords. You know what is best for you. You are being tested right now, because I'm hearing there's a lot of people in your business. Interesting. So this might be a specific business venture that you are undertaking in for some, or this might be, just your life. There's a lot of people in your business, and it's none of their business, is what I want to share, apart from yours. So, please only take what resonates, because it's going to be what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to be an individual understanding brought forward in that space. But for some, you created a business and then you invited others in, and now those people are taking over that space when it's inherently yours. And of course you want to have a community expression, but come back to yourself and the reason why you created the business in the first place. That's going to be in alignment for some. And I just pulled this card, and I was drawn to this tattoo on this person's leg, and it says daddy issues, and we've got the Knight of Swords. So for some of you, working with your daddy issues is going to help you feel more aligned in the I am space. And we had the mother wound coming up in the sacral, so the solar plexus is very much connected to this masculine energy and that fire. And for some, you have to look at the spaces where you don't feel in alignment or confident, because you should be in this fool's energy, and especially now. And this is to absolutely everyone. You should be looking at the spaces in which you can create the most amount of abundance for yourself, instead of looking at the spaces of lack. And that is to everyone at any given moment. At any time, in any space, we should be looking at the abundance in our life rather than the lack, because then we can call even more abundance in. And for some, you're only just starting to understand that within self. You realize the more happy you are in the spaces, the more that you call in to yourself. So this is about equal reciprocity, and also about understanding that you can get through anything. That's a real strong message that's coming through for the collective, and this goes to absolutely everyone. You can get through anything, and you can seed in anything for yourself. Make no mistake, the moon. For some, you really, really, really need to start looking at the sun cycles and the moon cycles, because it's really going to help you in your space. And we're also working with the energy of water. If you are predominantly fiery in nature, you need to cool off. There is I'm hearing a grieving period that is taking place, and you're going to have to cool off from that grieving period to come back into balance. And the solar plexus is bringing this forward to the attention of some, because it's almost like you're not in your own energy right now. And we had the Four of Pentacles come out in reverse, and I'm going to keep it as such. For some, you're not quite set in complete alignment yet. So this is about nurturing yourself and filling up your own cup. Don't let others tell you what you want right now. That goes to everyone. Trust in your own self. Trust in your own knowing. Yeah, you might need to say, I am, I am, I am. Wow, I mean, pull the sun on that expression. For some, this is about setting stronger boundaries with others, and you didn't want me to share that notion. And specifically, I'm being drawn to the unicorn here. If that is an expression that means something to you, the iconography of the unicorn, you need to set stronger boundaries. And I was drawn to the LGBTQIA community as a whole before I'm setting up this reading, and I brought in the queer tarot for that expression too, and this idea of that if you've been struggling in your space to show the world whom you really are, you know, you might be going through a transition of sorts, you might be, you know, telling others how you truly feel about yourself and your expression, sexuality, you know, asexual, whatever that means to you right now. I'm hearing all these things, so I'm sharing it and I'm saying it. You might be, you know, wanting to be called flower. That is also another expression, stepping forward. You might have an alter ego. You might be in the drag industry. There is something that needs to come into balance within your solar plexus space so that you can feel confident in stepping out and being the true you. And this is about Six of Pentacles. Sorry, I was drawn to the energy of this card. This is about trusting that you can make anything happen for self. And for some of you, you might want a very unconventional way of living to be your norm. And that's okay. You can create your own space. You can create your own world. You can create your own reality. And actually creating your own reality definitely comes from the solar plexus space, because it has to take a complete culmination of trusting oneself, having integrity, and being honest with oneself about what you truly want to then be able to manifest it in the physical plane of existence. So this idea of visualization, oh my gosh, yeah. Visualize your happy ending. Visualize your happy ending because you deserve it. Collective, you so deserve it. And for some, this is about a happy family. What does that mean to you? And it might not mean the same thing that it means to other people. Queen of Swords here. I just keep hearing being called judgment. Judgment's being called down. Judgment's being called down. And for some of you, you might have to call judgment on a situation. You might have to lay down the law in some spaces to be able to get what you want. And that is okay. Setting strong boundaries, telling people what you want. You deserve to do that. Anyone deserves to say, you know, this is how I want to feel in this situation. This is what I want from a situation. You're allowed to share those things with others. And also sometimes, how do others know how to treat you if you do not tell them? So, you know, take blame out of some situations for some, I'm hearing, and start to just say, okay, I'm going to have I'm hearing a more mature approach to my relationships and to myself. What do you want? Be honest. Wow, yeah, have the strength to be honest to yourself, if not to anyone else. This is about you being strong enough in your own convictions to say, hey, this is what I want. And also you can change your mind. You can call in something, you can manifest something and say, actually, you know, now that I've got it, it's not what I want, and that's okay. So remember that to everyone. The solar plexus is saying, you know, that, wow, yeah, you're not bound to anything. You've got the star wanting to come through. You're not bound to anything. You're allowed to say, you know, I've changed my mind. And the idea of the star card coming out here is that it's about what nourishes you most in this expression, and that's all that matters. And your needs and wants might have changed quite rapidly in the last 6 months, I'm hearing to some. So now you want something different, and that's okay. It's okay to say, you know, I want my expression to be different. I want to be different. You're allowed to change is a main message coming forward. The solar plexus is really pushing everyone to just express themselves at their deepest capacity and allow for your soul's essence to shine through them. And I wasn't expecting this reading today, but now I understand why I was having some time having some problems trying to set up for this reading, because I think that there is just so many in the collective that are just absolutely terrified of showing them true selves. And I'm going to end on the starseed oracle, and I was hearing that was with purpose, and I thought, why am I bringing starseed specifically into the solar plexus? And this is to those that have been hiding the true them. You know, this is to those that have been feeling into ether, into source, into divine creation, you know, into insert whatever you see as your divine dharma or purpose. You've been denying your dharma because you've been fearful of what others might say to you. Wow, wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. And to some of you, you're tapping into this energy of waiting. It's not time. Sometimes there is no time like the present to just say, I'm going to do it. You know, there was no one specifically behind the scenes telling me, you know, the exact time that I was going to do anything. That's kind of not true, but I was, you know, very much given the parameters of some things I was going to bring forward into the collective, but I wasn't told exactly when, and I had to take ownership of, you know, now this feels in alignment for me. But I definitely came kicking and screaming onto this path, everyone. I'd like, make no mistake, and I'm very open with that expression. There are some things that, you know, I very much didn't know that I was going to be doing in these spaces, and it took me by complete surprise, and I thought, I can't do this. You know, so many times behind the scenes I thought, I can't do this. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. But, you know, lo and behold, yes, it was. It always was supposed to be this way, and I was always supposed to be this. So trust in the energy. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. And for some of you, working with your solar plexus is going to help you feel more connected to your spaces of divine creation, and also your star ancestors specifically. And I'm being drawn to Thoth and the Hathors there in ancient Egypt. I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. And for some, you're going to move straight from the root chakra up into the solar plexus chakra, because you're going to have to be so grounded into your space so that you can be honest with self. For some of you, you've just uprooted. You might have moved state, you might have moved country, you might be, you know, in a space where you feel like you don't belong. And I'm hearing working with the solar plexus is going to help you feel like you belong where you are right now. And it's in having the confidence that you are there for a reason, and you will find that reason. For some, this is because you are where you're supposed to be, but you haven't been shown all of the components yet of why you are there. And I'm hearing it's bringing up things from the past that are painful. It might be bringing up, you know, ancestral karma, understandings of those that have come before you, or you might be mirroring your spaces of those that are around you right now. So it's like all of the aspects of self that needs healing is being brought to your attention, and that doesn't feel comfortable. But the more you can ground into where you are, trusting that whatever is happening to you, you might be going through some massive ascension symptoms, and please do pick up some hematoid quartz, because that really helped me when I was dealing with a lot in my physical body. I continue to go through a lot of my physical body on this ascension process, and if you would like to speak with me a little bit more about that, please do not hesitate to reach out. It's exactly why I'm here. But this idea of you need to feel stronger in your conviction of, I'm here for a reason. Okay, there's another expression coming forward. You deserve to be here. You deserve to shine. Every single soul is so incredibly beautiful and powerful in its own right. Everyone has a right to be here. No one is here by chance. If you're alive on earth right now, is a very, very, very specific reason for why you are here. And you're going to find it. And for some, you know, you've been chasing your dharma, you've been chasing your path, and I feel like as soon as you start to chase it is when you become further and further away from it. I felt like I stumbled onto this path, and it very much didn't feel like mine, still doesn't feel like mine somewhere, you know, if I'm being completely honest, because so many things just happen that are just so completely insane that, you know, somewhere I'm still struggling to make it make full sense. And I've had to really, really, really surrender to what I thought life to be, and just let life show itself to me, and the universes show themselves to me. And I'm blown away every day by what comes forward, and I'm eternally grateful that I'm in the position that I am. And that's a position that everyone can be in. You can say, I'm ready to experience it all. So have that be a mantra. I'm ready to experience it all, and I deserve to experience it all. And I'm being drawn to the sun again. I'm being drawn to big cats, specifically lions. So the lion being stepping forward. I'll tag the Lyran channeling that I did a couple of days ago because it was such a beautiful expression. Some of you might need to hear it here. Even if you are here the first time, you have no idea what starseeds are. I resonate as being a Pleiadian starseed, and you can find out a little bit more about me. I'll tag my other channel in the description as well if you want to see a little bit more about my star origins and like all of that expression of self and with my Pleiadian star family. On my other channel, the Light Renegades. But this idea of that you are worthy and you deserve to be here is strongly coming through. Yeah, we are the half those. Deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal. And I brought up the mother wound in the sacral chakra reading, so you might want to go back into that expression because it's being brought forward here. So daddy issues and the mother wound is being brought forward and highlighted to you right now so that you can heal those aspects, connecting to shadow and connecting to aspects of self that you might not want to be admitting to self right now. What is it that you truly want and desire? What is it at the pit of your stomach that you are feeling that you're not giving to yourself right now? This is about not feeling worthy enough to go after exactly what you want and not feeling worthy enough to receive exactly what you want. The solar plexus is saying that they work very much in tandem with the sacral space, so the creative space, which I think is a divine feminine energy and this idea of receiving. So you're going to have to, always pedal those two energies, the divine masculine energy, the divine feminine energy, gender neutral in that we have both aspects in terms of energy running through our body, running through our veins at any given time. And you need to start to discern, when you need to push a little, when you need to pull back a little. It's very much a walking on a tightrope, I like to say, and that can be fun. This is about making life fun again and not being so afraid of it. And if you are afraid of life right now, if you're afraid of expressing yourself right now, you need to definitely work with the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus all in tandem together. And if you're working very heavily in the heart chakra space, bringing that energy down into the solar plexus so you can culminate all of this love and share that out with others. Okay, yeah, that's a massive expression coming forward. Some of you are so terrified to show others love because of fear of rejection, and now is not the time to sink into fear. Now is the time to ever step forward and express love. And I can promise you, I've definitely been a being that has just shown ultimate love in some spaces, and I've been utterly rejected time and time again. And I wouldn't regret it for the world because I know that I was being true to self. I knew that what I was feeling in that moment was exactly how I was feeling and how I wanted to express myself. So I do not regret any of those moments, throughout the entirety of my life. And I'm being drawn back to teen experiences, and when things feel really tender and really like it's the end of the world, if someone doesn't text you back, or you fell out with your best friend and you think like that's it, we're never going to speak again, and lo and behold you're friends again by the weekend. All of those expressions, so that might be something that you're wanting to look into this shadow season whenever you receive this reading as well, because that's very much connected to you not feeling worthy to be here or express yourself. You are worthy. I just keep wanting to, I feel like I want to shake some of you right now and just tell you that you are worthy. This is me telling you you are worthy, and I know you. My soul knows you. If you are here, my soul can see you right now, and you are worthy is what I want to share. But I'm going to pull one last card, the Void. Stop, Embrace Winter, Great Cosmic Womb. And I'm going to share a reading that I did that was connected to the Void. I knew there was this idea of this doozy energy coming out, and it was quite an intense reading. So, massive trigger warning on that reading because there was some pretty intense expressions being brought forward, but you are ready to look at it is what I'm hearing. So don't deny yourself all this rite of passage. Some of you are walking away from a rite of passage. It's like a birthright is being brought forward to you, and you're walking away from this. This feels like magic to me. Wow, yeah, cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to alchemy of life. Some of you are not listening to the calling. You're being guided to crack open, and you keep saying no. Don't deny yourself. Don't deny whom you are at a heart-centered space. Keep working with the solar plexus space. You might want to, listen to solar plexus frequencies. When you're getting ready in the morning, you might want to pop yourself in a bubble of divine yellow energy, divine white light energy as well. You can pop in that space to help you feel more stable. You might just want to hold your tummy throughout the day. The solar plexus is very much in that space. You might want to be wearing a little bit more yellow to help you feel a little bit more confident, having crystals that are connected to the solar plexus chakra. Citrine, I'm hearing specifically for some. You might want to be working with the energies of the sun as well. working with the energies on the element of fire and big cats. It feels like big cats is a massive thing stepping forward, and ancient Egypt and Andromeda energy for some. Those are more expansive messages. The Lyrans and also the Pleiades is stepping forward too. And this idea of the mother's milk coming from the Hathors, that's an expression stepping forward. So you might want to look into the Hathors and how you might be able to express yourself at a deeper capacity from the solar plexus space with the Hathors. But that's all I'm going to share for today, everyone. I feel like this has been quite a mishmash reading, and apologies, but I'm hearing that the messages have been resonating through if they need to, and only do take what resonates. But this is about you trusting in whom you are. The solar plexus came forward and says, hey, I'm ready to do this with you, so trust in them too. And you might want to see them as an entity outside of self. You might just want to imagine like a yellow being holding your hand throughout the day, and them being a strong ally for you. And I was being drawn back to look at these figures in the roots. So this is confirmation for some. If you've been looking and seeing things and expressions that look like this is a solar plexus trying to get your attention. And if you've been working with the sun, the solar plexus is very, very proud of you, and they love what you've been doing of late. You've been working really hard on self, and you've gotten yourself out of this void space. For some of you, you're in the pit of darkness, and now you are traversing, all stratospheres, all space and time. You are absolutely killing it in your dream time. I'm hearing that expression in the most extreme of understandings. It's like you are there and you're fighting beings. That's what you came here to do. Trust in that notion. You're supposed to fly. All of you here, you're supposed to crack open and fly. So allow for the solar plexus to show you what you need to do too. This is very much a divine feminine energy, a divine masculine energy saying, hey, we're going to take you on a journey, on a ride. We want to crack you open, and now's the time. So I'm hearing yellow belly, don't be afraid. Feel the fear and do it anyway. This is very much the solar plexus deep expression. Feel the fear and do it anyway. But that's all that I've got for you today. If you would like to be working with me at a deeper capacity to align your chakra systems, or be working with the solar plexus, or have a personal reading, I feel like this is definitely a call for a personal reading for some out there, because you just need a pep talk. You just need someone to say you can do this and that they believe in you. So you might want to be calling in a mentor at this time. That was definitely a expression that was being brought forward within the sacral chakra space as well. So call in that energy. That's a reminder for someone. That might be a divine feminine energy. This might be a masculine, but in the more divine feminine energy, if that aligns as well. And this might be, not necessarily a person in this plane of existence. This might be a guide that's wanting to step forward and help you in your spaces. Let them in is what I'm hearing. Let them in. And that might be connected to ancient Egyptian understanding as all your ancestors. There is so much that just keeps wanting to come through. And I'm going to put a pause on it here. I'm setting the boundaries because I feel like this is enough. But the expressions are being brought forward, and you've been feeling the vibrations, even if, this has felt a bit chaotic. It's felt very chaotic for me bringing it forward. So apologies in that space. And I'm being drawn to orbs of light, and also the circulatory system and blood DNA that's connected to the ancestral understandings. Yeah, your ancestors are sorry. Some of you, your ancestors are sorry, and they're going to help you align your solar plexus so that you can do all the things in life that they felt like they couldn't do. That's a final message that I'm going to share. But that's all for myself and the solar plexus chakra today. But please do take care this shadow season. If you would like to work with me to do some expressions within the shadow on a one-to-one basis, I'm also here for that. And if you do have any questions about anything that you've heard today, please do not hesitate to reach out. Do leave comments, and please do share this video with anyone that might feel best benefit. I'm not sure if anyone is going to feel the benefits. It feels so chaotic, but do share this with anyone, and do sign up to be receiving notifications when new readings come out. I'll be releasing a reading at least once a week, and look out for more spaces where you can gain more self-confidence. That's also another expression stepping forward. Who makes you feel confident, and where can you share that you want to feel more confident in this space? How can we work on this together? This might be interpersonal relationships across the board. So remember that ask for what you want. The solar plexus is saying ask for what you want, because your true heart's desires are making themselves known to you. You just have to accept them. But that's all that I've got for you today. Take care.